Hiya all my Ali Pallies and good morning to you. Now I had quite a few, I've got no makeup on again, but I had quite a few requests after my what's in the bag video the other day about doing a video to do with skincare and in particular Charlotte Tilbury skincare. So I thought I'd do that today and show you some of the products. Obviously Charlotte doesn't do like full range of serums and everything else, but so there'll be other products in here that I use, but I just wanted to show you the kind of things that I do. Now, as you can see, last night I did fall asleep again on the sofa, and I did wake up and I did actually remove my makeup, but probably because I was tired and also because Daniel Sandler's eyeliner, which I used yesterday, stays on so well and is so waterproof, and I had it in my waterline. You can see there's bits of eye makeup still underneath, so I'm going to use some of Charlotte's Take It All Off eye makeup remover. Now this is quite powerful stuff, and it is quite good. It's had mixed reviews. One of the things I'm never quite sure, because it says to put it on a damp cotton wool pad, so I'm never quite sure whether or not you're supposed to apply it, but you're supposed to wet. I suppose you must have to wet the cotton pad first, but I don't. And then I just press it against my eye for a minute and just let it start to work. I just want to get all that stuff off from around my eyes. So I'm still using a travel size that I got. I don't know whether it was a sample or what. I think it must have been. And then just give it a wipe, and it should, as you can see, that little remnant has come off. Now you're not supposed to use the same wipe on the same eye, but I just turn mine around because they're thick enough. So where I got the dirty side, I just turn it around. Saves me using two wipes, and do the other side. So just let it stay on for a minute just to dissolve that makeup, and then swipe it off, and as you can see, it's taken off that little remnant that was left. So that's her Take It All Off Genius eye makeup remover. Pretty good stuff. Now one of the things that I do, a couple of things that I take off my makeup with, so I always double cleanse, although I didn't do it very well last night. This stuff is absolutely brilliant for taking makeup off, okay? And it's MAC Cleanse Off Oil. Ever since I got it, I've been using it every single night. It will take off her Airbrush Flawless Foundation. It will take off waterproof. So basically it's an oil. You put it on your face, you rub it in, and then you add a little bit of water to your hands, and then start to let the water kind of, there's a particular word, I can't think of it, but it kind of mixes with the oil and it starts to turn into a bit more of a lotion. It really is brilliant at taking makeup off. You can feel your mascara dissolving as you're doing it. So I tend to use that at night to take my makeup off. Now this is a non-Charlotte Tilbury thing, is my recent discovery are these wipes. Now I don't recommend wipes to use as kind of everyday kind of thing, but you know when you come in and your eyes are sore and you just want to get your makeup off quickly, it's not going to be your total routine, but you just want to get the first bit off before you do your proper cleanse. That's when I like to use wipes. These wipes are really wet, but they're also very good for sensitive skin and sensitive eyes. They really soothe my eyes. And guess what, folks? They cost 35p for 25. I got these from Aldi last week, and I'm really gutted because I only bought one packet. The reason I only bought one packet is I tried their Lacura wipes in a green packet. I think they're for normal skin, and I found them too dry. They weren't really that good. So I thought I'll buy a packet of these to try, and they're really, really good. So these are the ones they're called 3-in-1 cleansing facial wipes for dry skin. And next time I'm at Aldi, I'm going to stock up, because for 35 pence for 25 wipes, they are really good. So, you know, first thing in the morning, just to kind of freshen up my face, or when I'm doing makeup videos and I want to get rid of swatches, they're perfect. And they really don't sting my eyes, and they're wet enough that you don't have to drag them too much. So although it's not part of my complete skincare, I would never recommend using wipes as your only form of cleansing. But if you just want to get rid of that remnants of your makeup before you do your proper skincare, there's nothing wrong with that. And as long as they're not too dry, they're not going to drag on your skin. Now, when I have got wipes that are too dry, I just add some cream cleanser to them, just to make them a bit wetter, so that I'm not dragging or causing skin abrasion. But they are lovely and refreshing, and they really, really don't irritate my eyes. So for 35p, you can't go wrong. Good old Aldi. I don't know, I think some people have Aldi in other countries, so I will put all the details in my description bar, but they are definitely bargain of the week, and I wish I'd bought more. Okay, now moving on to Charlotte Tilbury. I did get this cleansing goddess ritual, and I think you can probably see my issue with it. Okay, I love this for taking off makeup. It's lemon, but it's got lovely smell to it, but it's not drying. Lemon makes you think of drying, but it's not, because it's got oils in it. Really, really good. I love it. Really love it. Problem is, I don't love this. And I'll tell you why. When I use this, it starts to make my skin feel a little bit itchy, sensitive. My skin doesn't like it. Now, I think if you've got oily skin with a lot of open pores, this would probably be very good. But my skin is quite dry. Okay, I've got open pores and a bit of oiliness down my nose. But the rest of it just is too irritating. I've used it and tried to use it again and again, and I don't get on well with it. And the really frustrating thing is that if you want to get this one, you have to buy this one. So I'm not going to be purchasing this anymore, because although I love this, I have to buy this alongside it. And I wish there was an option that you could buy these separately, but I know it's part of a cleansing ritual, so you use this first and then this second. But if you don't get on with one of them, then you're stuck, because you have to buy the two together. So if anyone's watching and you only like this one and not this one, let me know and we'll do a deal. Okay, so that's Charlotte's cleansing ritual. What I do like, and what does suit me very well, I don't have any of it at the moment, but I've got a few samples, is the Multi-Miracle Glow. And I've been making sure that when I put an order in, I get samples when I can't kind of afford to get full size of anything. So I've got the Multi-Miracle Glow. I generally like to use a balm on my face and then take it off with a muslin cloth. I just like the feel on my skin, and this is lovely, and it's also versatile. So with Multi-Miracle Glow, you can also use it as a kind of mask, and you can leave it on and let it sink in. You can leave it on for 10 minutes and take it off with a muslin cloth. You can leave it on overnight, and you can use it as a cleansing balm. It's really quite versatile. So I do like this, and I do when I have a full size, or when my skin is particularly dry, I use this. I'd use it a lot more often if I had a full size, but I'll get one soon. Okay, so that is the Multi Miracle Glow. I prefer that as a cleanser. I do love this. I really wish she sold it separately. Never mind. You can't win everything. Now, just so that I can put in some budget friendly and different kinds of price points. This is called Waitrose. If you're in the UK and you live near a Waitrose, this is called Soothing Baby Bottom Butter. And this hit the shelves. There was a big thing about it a few years ago about how good it was for skincare, and there were none left on the shelves, but it's all died down now, and so you can find this. This is a really good multi-purpose balm as well, and if you've got sensitive skin, it is so good because it is really, really natural. We're talking mega natural. I will tell you the ingredients that are in here, and there's no extras. There's olive oil, there's hydrogenated olive oil, there is olive fruit oil, vanilla, chamomile flower oil, and that is it. Nothing else, no preservatives, nothing. So probably doesn't last a long time. It says 12 months, but it is really nice, and I use this sometimes as a cleansing balm. You can also use it as a moisture mask. You can use it on dry heels, and basically if they're recommending it for babies' bottoms, then you know it's not going to be irritating. And when my eyes were getting really sore with the pollen, this really helped to soothe. Sometimes I just pat it as well under my eyes when they're really itchy and dry, and it's great. Really good stuff. So look, you can see I've been bitten. A couple of nights ago I was bitten, probably like one of my swatches. Okay, so that is Waitrose Soothing Baby Bottom Butter. Again, I'll put the details below. This is about £3 from Waitrose, and it will last you for a long time. Okay, so that's a really good balm. The other balm, I couldn't find it in my bathroom, but let me just see. I forgot to bring it out. I'm sure I can find it. One second. Okay, I've used so many cleansing balms over the years because I like to try out new things. So I've got a couple more that I can show you. Now, this was recommended by Trini, and it is Boots Botanics Hot Cloth Cleansing Balm. Okay, now that's what it looks like, and it smells almost identical to Eve Lom cleansing balm, which is a lot of money. I think it's about £45. Now, I don't know if the ingredients are in here, but it's basically all essential oils, and this will cost you about £10 in Boots. So again, I'll put the details below. It smells lovely. It's just got beautiful aromatherapy oils, and it's just as good as Elemis, as good as Eve Lom, and it's a fraction of the price. So that is Boots Botanics Hot Cloth Cleansing Balm, and it does come with a muslin cloth. Now, don't forget, I've said this before, if you're going to buy muslin cloths, a lot of these things come with muslin cloths, but if you're going to buy muslin cloths, do not go to a beauty department because they will rank up the price. Just go to your baby section in a pharmacy and get the muslin cloths that you throw over your shoulders for babies. They are bigger, they are just as good, and they are a fraction of the price that you will pay for one that is for beauty and skincare, and they're exactly the same. Okay, now last, I could go on, I could do a whole video about cleansing balms, but I won't. The last one that is really good is the Body Shop's Chamomile Cleansing Butter, and that again is really good, and they often have offers on the Body Shop where you can get 40% off whatever, and they include that in the offer. So, but this is I can't remember what the current price is, but it's no more than about £12, if not, I think possibly 10. And then when you combine that with offers, you can often get it for £6 if they've got the 40% off. So very, very good, and it's really good at taking makeup off as well. So if you want to use it as your first cleanse to get rid of makeup, and it smells gorgeous, really lovely chamomile smell, really good for sensitive skin. Okay, excuse the noise in the background, but I'm letting my son play today. He's been very good helping me out yesterday on my live, and he even put his friends off for an hour about going out, because he said he was helping his mum do the live, so I'm cutting him some slack. Okay, so next we're going to move on to the night cream. Now, a lot of you wanted to know about the application of the night cream, so I'm going to do that for you now, even though it's the day, so that you can see how I apply it, because it has had mixed reviews. Okay, I've still got my little travel pot with a little bit left in the bottom of my night cream. It does last a long time, so even if you know, I know it's quite expensive as a kind of initial outlay, but even the travel size is going to last you, if you use it every night, it's going to last you 3 months if you use the right amount. Now, I often it is quite thick texture. Let me just show you. I'm going to show you a little bit here. So can you see that? It's quite a thick kind of texture, like that. Okay, and it's had mixed reviews because a lot of people just don't like it, the feel of it. It feels sticky, they just don't like it, and I often say that I think that's because they're applying too much, and therefore it will feel sticky. If you start going into this like you would magic cream and applying it to your face, it will be sticky, but you don't need to, and you're going to run out of it pretty quickly if you do, and it's expensive stuff, but you don't need that amount. Now, it is quite thick to spread, and one of the things that I like to do before applying it is to put on a serum. Charlotte Tilbury doesn't do any serums, but I'm going to show you the ones that kind of I generally use. I kind of mix and match my serums. This one is my staple in my skincare routine, but I kind of mix and match serums, so I'll do that in a minute. Okay, so at night I will take my makeup off, I will cleanse my skin. I'll do a full routine if I can. If not, I sometimes skip out toner and essence, and just do my cleanse, and then I do my serum and my night cream. Okay, but so I'm just going to show you how much I would apply, because I think this is really, really important. Now, as I said, if you put serum underneath, it will spread a lot easier, but I would put about that much onto my finger, no more. That's all you need. Okay, and if you've got serum underneath, it will spread. Perhaps if you're not putting serum underneath, you might want to put a little bit more on. Okay, but that is how much I would generally use. It's not a lot, is it? And then what I do is I put it in the palm of my hand, like so, and then I will rub it, and then I'll massage my face and put it on my skin like so. Now, my skin's quite dry this morning, so it's definitely not enough to put on my neck, but if I'd got serum underneath, that would be plenty. Let me just put a little bit more for my neck. So again, I'm just going to put that amount, no more. That's for my neck. But again, if I got serum underneath, it would spread, so I wouldn't need a second go. But I'm just going to put that on my neck. So again, rubbing it into my hands to warm it up, and massage up from your neck to prevent those jowls And then I give my face a really good massage. The Tilbury tap, which is supposed, I don't know if this works, but it's supposed to stimulate collagen. And when you buy her full size, she's got a little workout in her packaging. She shows you the kind of moves to do. And that's it. Now, can you see the glow? When you wake up in the morning, any fine lines that you have due to dehydration have just gone, because it just sinks in and it feels so beautiful. Now, that doesn't feel sticky on my skin, possibly slightly when I do that, but it's not gonna, I'm not gonna stick to the pillows or anything like that. I love the smell of it. Obviously, smell is an individual thing. And if I've got, before I do anything else at night, what I do is I take the ends of my hair and I just do this and put whatever's left on my hands through the ends of my hair. And when I did that, it was when I was on holiday I first started doing this, and I forgot to take conditioner and my hair was looking very dry, and so I did that. And my hairdresser actually asked me what I'd been putting in my hair, because my hair condition was so much better. So it definitely helps your split ends. Obviously, only what is left, the tiny bit that's left on your hands. Don't take bits of it and put it in your hair, because it's going to make your hair greasy. But that's it. That's how much night cream I would apply. And honestly, if you've got dry or dehydrated skin, just get yourself a sample, because it's not everybody's cup of tea. Some people don't like the feel, but if you apply it like that, it doesn't feel that sticky at all. I think where people are saying it's really sticky is they're probably taking a scoop of it like they would magic cream and applying it to their face. Or if they've got oily skin, if you've got oily skin, frankly, you don't need it. You really don't, because it really is for dry skin, I would say. That being said, I do put it on my nose as well, because I've got combination skin and my nose does get a bit oily, but it doesn't make it oilier. And I try and get sort of here underneath my eyes, but not any further, because it has got retinol in it and it will irritate your eyes if you get near to your eyes. So be very careful with that. But I try and get it as close to about here so that I can start to work on some of the fine lines around my eyes and around here, certainly around this area. Okay, and up here, obviously, because I do a lot of this when I'm talking, so I've got a lot of lines there. But hey, I'd rather have an expressive face. Okay, and then of course I use her Eye Rescue. Now, I don't always use Charlotte's Eye Rescue, as you know, and I've told you this before. The reason I don't always use it is because although it's a really good eye cream, it does have retinol in it, and retinol can be irritating. Obviously, it will be in a smaller amount because it's in an eye cream and you're putting it nearer to your eyes. However, if I'm going through a phase where my eyes are really, really sensitive, I don't use it because it can be irritating if you've got sensitive eyes. And then I will swap to my La Roche-Posay Toleriane Ultra, which is basically, you can put that on your lids, you can go right up to the corner, it will moisturize your eyes and it will not irritate. It is so gentle. It's even been recommended by the Allergy Association. It is so gentle on your eyes. So I do substitute for that when my eyes are sensitive, but at the moment they're not doing too badly, so I would pop that on. I'm not going to do that now, because I'll do it actually. Go on, I'll do it now, because I'm going to take the night cream off in a minute. It feels lovely even in the day actually. So I'll just press that underneath here, and I know that some people will say only round the orbital bone. Don't get me started on that little bit of advice, because it always winds me up. If you can only put it near the orbital bone, then why not use a moisturizer? That's my philosophy. So I just dab it there, and I dab a little bit on my lids, and that's my eye cream done. And I use that at night and in the morning if my eyes aren't particularly sensitive. Now, before I finish, I did say to you I was going to talk about serums, and the night cream is a constant. I've tried other ones, but I go back to night cream all the time because Charlotte's night cream is the only one I actually see visible results. There is one exception that I'd sometimes use at night instead. This is so expensive though. Really, really expensive. It's ridiculous. This is DCL, and it's called Scape High Potency Night Booster. And it's actually gone up in price since I bought it. I bought this when my pigmentation was really, really getting bad. And I would have tried anything. It was just really, really bad. But because it's so expensive, I don't use it often now. When I use it, so basically it's got high dose of vitamin C in it, and it's got other things that are designed to help the skin. It is very good as a very quick turnaround at night when you notice that your pigmentation is getting a bit out of hand. And I got that a couple of months ago. I noticed it was really starting to pop back. And actually my sister said to me, your pigmentation's really noticeable at the moment. And as soon as I got that feedback, I reverted to this for a couple of nights, because it won't get rid of your pigmentation, but if it's just recently getting worse, it kind of helps to get rid of that recent damage and take away some of the pigmentation. So sometimes I use that, but it's so expensive that there's no way I could afford to use that every night. And I'm just cherishing every last drop that is in that bottle. I should say it's actually not that much more expensive than Charlotte's Magic Night Cream full size, but you do have to use a little bit more of it, so it does tend to get used up a lot quicker than her night cream. So I just wanted to add that, because it's not always about the initial outlay, it's about how much you need to use and how long it lasts. Okay, I don't think I'll get it again. Too expensive, way too expensive. Okay, I'm not going to tell you, look it up on Cult Beauty, and it wasn't that expensive when I bought it. I'll put the details below. Okay, on to serum. I fluctuate between so many different serums, try different ones out. If I want a vitamin C one, there's a good Garden of Wisdom, I think it is. Vitamin C and ferulic acid, that is really good. Works really well if you've got pigmentation or you want a brightening effect. And that's £10, so not really expensive. The one that I'm using at the moment is the ordinary Buffett Copper Peptides 1%. I got that in their anniversary. They did an anniversary set, which some of you I know got. You told me about it, that's why I got it, with some hand cream and something else, and that is really good. I have noticed a big change in my skin when I'm using that, so sometimes I use that as a serum. Now, another really good budget friendly serum, my sister uses this and loves it, and it is very good, is Lacura, again by Aldi, and it's called Q10 Multi-Intensive Serum. And this is really good, and it's about £2. They've got some really good skincare. If you're ever near Aldi, the other one that is really good, night cream, if you can't really run to Charlotte Tilbury's, and I've tried it and it's really good. It's not as good as Charlotte's, but it's really good, is their Caviar night cream. It's $6.99, but it is a dupe for the Lacura Caviar cream, and that is something like £400. It's something ridiculous to buy, but this is $6.99. Very good. This is very good. My sister also uses the moisturizer in this range, which is Q10, and the moisturizer again is only about £2. She swears by it and says it's really making her skin look radiant. And as I said, these wipes. So I think with skincare in Aldi, I just would avoid, the ones in the green packet of these wipes, because they're very dry and didn't do a lot. They were just too dry to do anything really. But these ones, for 3-in-1 for sensitive skin, are really good. So I hope I've answered all the questions that you wanted me to answer. I'm going to go off now and I'm going to do my daycare routine. So I'm going to take off this night cream. Now it's had a chance to sink in a bit while I've been talking to you. And then I'm going to do, I'm going to use a cleansing balm. I'm going to then use some sunscreen first. And I use the anti-pigmentation tinted sunscreen. I put that on first because they advise that it's got anti-pigmentation ingredients that should go on first. And then I put on Charlotte's Magic Cream and her Eye Rescue, and I'm all ready to put my makeup on for the day. So I hope this has been helpful. Any questions, do let me know. And thank you so much for any further requests. Do let me know what requests you have. And I'm always delighted to answer requests. All right, take care. Have a lovely day, Ali Pallies. Love you all. Mwah.